undercover journalist James O'Keefe has a new movie coming out. It's called Line in the Sand. We have the preview here. If you guys want to play a little bit of that, Brian.
Yeah.
And we can talk about what we think we see here.
Yeah, James O'Keefe. What a stud.
We got an unaccompanied minor right here, guys. This is heartbreaking right here.
See the handcuffs? Those criminals are being put with the kids?
Yep.
They're putting the criminals with the kids.
Does sacrificing your value system and integrity to feed your family make you a bad person?
They're putting blinders on right now to stop us from seeing what's happening.
There seemed to be an internal struggle between doing what people perceived as the morally right thing and pursuing their livelihood.
You can't move 500,000 children in 3 years if you're asking a lot of questions.
Maybe it's all just human nature. Maybe the powers that be know that.
That is
Let's go. Stop the car. Stop the car. Where are you going? We're very upset.
They're right there. Get down.
We're in the secret facility right now. This is all about money. There's a car right there. They got ladders. Right now.
In front of me are all the migrants. We're headed north.
It's not about people. How much money are you making off of this crisis?
$1 billion.
What?
Every single agent knows
You said
deep in his
$1 billion?
heart what's going on is wrong.
I know you're just trying to do your job.
We're taking children, we're then delivering them to people who they don't even know.
No,
Okay, just- What's happening inside that facility?
You know what's happening here?
They all protect each other. The NGOs.
They got some spotlight on us.
The federal government. This is dangerous. I don't think we can trust anybody. America, we made it.
I'm the king of the world.
Follow the journey of the immigrants.
Yo, I got a question. When are they gonna just murder this guy?
I don't know.
He's been getting away
Surprised they haven't done it already.
He's gotten away with so much. Like,
yes. So what do you think of that? What do you think of the expose and what we're going to see on that? Do you think it's going to answer any questions?
I hope so. I hope it's just not a bunch of like rage bait. Like I don't like that. Conservatives do that sometimes, and it drives me nuts. So they're like, "Oh, look at my brand new expose," and like it's just a bunch of rage bait nonsense we've already heard before. This seems like it's really in depth. He's literally on the ground, like literally at the border, talking to actual border guards, talking to immigrants, talking to the people that are profiting off it. I think it should open up some serious. And you know what? I'm so glad he's doing that now. Like, when does this come out? October 10th. It comes
out October 10th, and it's going to come out on the Tucker Carlson network.
I didn't know Tucker Carlson had a network.
Yeah, TuckerCarlson.com.
Yeah, well, I will 100% be watching this. And I think that a lot of people should watch this. I mean, you need to know what's, if you're not in the United States, it doesn't matter to you, right? But
yeah,
whether you're here or not, this is something you need to watch. This is not reporting from Fox or CNN or MSNBC from the comfort of their studio where they can criticize every single person involved. No, this is actually, the guy is actually literally at the border in the physical dirt, picking up kids kids that are crossing, talking to the guards, talking to the border agents. I mean, this is something everyone should watch because it's either a problem or it's not, right? And if you think it's not a problem and that the immigration issue is not an issue, we shouldn't be stopping it. Let people come here. If it's not a problem, then you should have no problem watching this and getting the full truth. Or it is a problem, which we think it is, and you should still watch it and get the full truth. Like, get the truth. And if you think, oh, he's going to selectively edit his content to make these people look bad, I got to say, people that say that about O'Keefe have never watched his full videos where there isn't a single cut.
Yeah, no, it's true. The thing that people aren't talking about, and I really hope this video exposes that, is the number of children that are unaccompanied that are just being placed with other illegal immigrant adults that they don't know.
Yeah, no verification.
They're taking all of these children and they're just, they put them in a state, they send them somewhere in our country, and they just put them with people they don't even know. I mean, that's not the way we would treat children who, they would go into, the foster system or or something like that.
These kids are
there's
literally
so many of them.
They're crossing the border by foot with phone numbers on their hands, and they don't speak
tens
English.
of thousands of them.
Right.
And bad things are probably happening to them. And I really hope that some of that gets exposed so we can get information. And plus we can learn, hear from the border guards, the people who not necessarily can get other, that
they don't have a voice.
To the media. Yeah. And to actually find out, what kind of money is, crossing hands and who's benefiting. We already know that the reason why, I think Harris just came out with a thing where she was down on the, she actually went to the border, bro.
Oh, for the first time the border czar finally went to the border.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Good for her.
She's chanting with people at the border to basically don't deport, educate or something like that.
Whatever.
And so, which means let them in the country, and then
just figure it out later.
Educate them. So because it's more votes for the Democratic Party.
Oh, so here's the thing I want to say about this real quick, and you can finish up if you want. This is why free speech is so unbelievably, monumentally important. Not so that you can say, the N-word on Twitter, okay? Not so you can, be a douchebag.
Right.
The reason, that comes with the territory. But the reason why free speech is so unbelievably important is for stuff like this. Because you cannot get the full story from one side of the argument. You have to hear all sides of the argument. And James O'Keefe is doing, whether you like the guy or not, he's doing serious work here. And I'm very glad he did this. What's funny is this guy started on YouTube. He was basically one of us,
Yeah.
And he was kicked out of his company, and he started his own company after the fact. And here we are. The guy has been doing better work on his own than he did when he was with Veritas. And this is why free speech is so important. Because there are people like border guards and children and people that are actually affected by this in a way that is life-changing that are not being heard. They're not allowed to be heard because they don't support the current narrative, whatever it is. This is why free speech is so important. This is why Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, is so important. That article that came out a couple days ago, where liberals were praising the Brazilian government and the Indian government for defeating Elon Musk in the courts and forcing him to capitulate to their terms and banning people and limiting speech. The people applauding that, you're literally applauding governments that have killed, tortured, and destroyed their people that are living in poverty. You should be applauding the guy that is standing up for the one guy, the one person that deserves a voice. This is crazy.